Okay, I'm looking to see, did this work? Is it members only? Looks like it did. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. Hi guys. I think I've got the members only in here. Excellent. Hi, my little members. My member corner. First of all, thank you all for being members and supporting the channel and believing in me, and I thought it was time to just have us here. The small but mighty, and it makes a difference because as you all know, I started with one. So welcome guys, welcome back to WCAA Network. This will be nice because I'm going to keep the chat open and talk about the Summer Wells case and talk about where I'm honing in and the areas that I am staying completely focused within. I'm assuming and hoping that everyone here has updated themselves or looked through the videos to understand where I'm coming from and where, other than having it come through me and that part of my investigation, the psychic part investigation, putting that aside, it's really important that my members understand and see the vehicles that are basically being used to bring justice to these kids. So I thought it would be a really good idea to just close it in on us and not worry about the chatter, not worry about any of that stuff. The last few days have been really interesting. This Arden Pepion, who is from Montana, went missing a year ago, April 22nd. None of us really would have known about her because it hasn't really been advertised. The only way and the reason that I found this little girl was through this one lady who has these videos of, to me, she has videos of all of the kids, all the got gone kids, the children that I have labeled as the missing children, or Summer Moon Wells missing children. And this lady happened to put, here's her info. Now we all know that this is not a normal photo. That one and this one. So this lady who I found on YouTube, she has a YouTube channel, makes these videos that have unbelievable information. She has a lot of the information she has is raw. It's not covered. It exposes many of the elements of which are on the kids' heads. Many of them right in the open, because really no one's paying attention to these children. No one's paying attention. So that whatever day that I decided to go back to see what she's posted in the last couple days, she posted a video about this little girl. it's gotten like 5 views. Like 5 views. Her videos get no more than like 100 views on cases that are huge and very well known, right? I watched the video and I'm like, I don't even know who this girl is, but she has categorized it within the same missing children's cases as I have. So I went to go find her photos. Most of her photos, all of which have these hearts all over them, that I could see that this lady is the one who created the video. She created the hearts because in order to have the hearts in the same places, she created it from scratch. So now I have a little girl who really is only known from this lady who has Michael Vaughn, Summer Moon Wells, Harmony, Serenity, the Boswell twins. Like, she has all these groups of kids that I think that it just is the same. I know Darlene, she stayed up late and caught up. She just went through, Darlene, you did a great job. Got Muffin Top, DJ, Darlene. Let's see. Near. Excellent. Okay. So, this girl really exposed a lot of information to me. So I went to the Facebook. I went to her Facebook. Her mom's Facebook. Her mom's very close friend has this as her profile photo on her Facebook. The problem that I have with this photo is what we're going to talk about today. And before we talk about it, I'm going to review way from the beginning, week 1 of when my channel was a different channel. And I gave information that honed in on the resurrection, and I have Don's interviews, and it just made so much sense, and Don just kept telling the truth. He just was telling the truth. This photo that this lady has as her profile photo, that little green face matches up to the Appalachian Fairground. This is the Appalachian Fairground that when I put this to the side, I'm like, this is a major element. Do you guys remember this? It shows up in a few different places, but the Appalachian Fairground. Oh, this was by the tunnel. And it shows up in other places, but yet it all has the same kind of water and twigs. When I saw that green face, it's right on the bottom. It looks a little pixelated. It's the same, and then all the way in the background there, can you guys see all the maroon boxes? There's little maroon boxes all the way in the back. All the way in the back, yes. So those maroon boxes also match up to the maroon boxes that I have been showing for 10 months. So that's what made me dig a little further. I want you guys to listen, and this is why I'm going to do stuff like this just for members only. I want you to listen to this. Tell me if you could hear it. Wait. File. video. Save. Okay. Audio. Okay. Listen to Don, what he had to say.
Yeah, nowhere. Yeah, that's for sure. But unfortunately, we're in the last days, according to Revelation. That's right. I mean, we're very close to the last days, and so the world's just going to keep getting more evil and more evil and more hate compiled. And but I found a really interesting scripture thanks to that.
Can you guys hear that? I want to make sure that it's. Can you guys hear that? I want to make sure you could hear it. Let me know if you could hear that the Don's voice. Just say yes or you guys hear the voice? You don't hear the voice. I just played it a second ago and stopped it. You don't hear Don talking? You do hear Don talking. Okay, let me begin. I'll start from the beginning. Here, I'm going to play it and then we'll talk.
Yeah, that's for sure. But unfortunately, we're in the last days, according to Revelation. That's right. I mean, we're very close to the last days, and so the world's just going to keep getting more evil and more hate compiled. And but I found a really interesting scripture thanks to that Seventh-day Adventist online. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Absolutely, we love it.
It's pretty small. Cool, I appreciate that. And this is Isaiah 66, verse 22, or the whatever it is, 22. But it's talking about when God builds the new heavens and the new earth. It says, "As the new heavens and the new earth that I make will endure before me, declares the Lord, so will your name and descendants." Okay, so your name and your kids will endure forever. Your descendants. Sorry, I'm wearing my sister's glasses. I know I look like an idiot, but so I thought that was really cool. So your name and descendants will endure, forever if we keep the commandments. So we make it. We'll have a new heaven, new earth. We'll all be rebuilt. We'll rebuild this entire world. We'll build mansions, and all that, and from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another. So the Sabbath will be celebrated forever. It has always been celebrated, and it always will be forever. Okay, and from one Sabbath to another, all mankind will come and bow down before me, and will love to bow down to him, says the Lord. And they will go out and look on the dead bodies of those who rebelled against the God. Okay? The worms that eat them will not die. The fire that burns them will not be quenched, and they will be loathsome to all mankind. So I thought that was really cool to know that if we keep the commandments, that our name and our descendants will go forever. So that tells me that I will be able to be with my kids on this new earth that we will rebuild, new heavens, new earth. That's one heck of a promise from God right there. So no matter what happens in the sinful world, even if we're killed or whatever, in the future, not too far off, we'll be able to be with our kids and our family and all our loved ones. That's pretty awesome. That made me really feel good when I stumbled on that today.
Seriously, full-heartedly, completely believe it was for the best, whatever happened. That they did no wrong. That's my voice that comes in after. They did no wrong. One of my readings, on the, if you watched it, I spit out big shit. One more time, there's bears, and we know all this. You know all of this. You live there. You are really like looking like a fool. Seriously, you're going back to the train. When I heard that this morning, I was like, I have to go on and tell my truth. Okay? And my other truth was that she's with 7 other kids. I'm playing, this was from months and months ago. I'm playing back one of my very first videos. One of 7. Okay? Summer is the chosen one. Summer is the chosen one. She's the one that we're all paying attention to. She's it. I've said this before. She will be going down in history. She will be the front of my book. All these other kids gone. I can't even find them on Google. Okay? And they're not being talked about. You guys, wake up and smell the, I wouldn't say smell the coffee because I love coffee. Wake up and smell the blood. Wake up and smell the blood being shed. This was the video that I spit out big shed. I had my face on then. And it came out of nowhere. And I didn't know I said it until I listened to my own video back. So this audio that I'm showing you goes with the video. Months and months back, I believe that this is a very important audio. I only wanted to share it with my members because this was real good channeling. Let me see what else I said. So I'm going to show you something now. But if you look at the photos that I peeled apart, the car, which is all. So this, I'm talking, okay, so who were you talking to? I was talking to the people, whoever was listening. I was talking to YouTube, and I was talking and reading. Summer Wells was coming through very strong, and I saved everything from my previous channel. And I think that this was the first one I wanted to share with you guys. I want you to listen to what else I said, and then we're going to talk about that and how it fits into this Montana thing. Just smoke and mirrors. It's just a fake car. She was never in that car. What she's laying on, and I see it, is actually reflecting just like a mirror. So I saw that her body is laying. To me, it looks like a table, and that's where has her arm down, and I believe that she has an IV in her arm. Okay, so so this is real important to recognize. I didn't even know. I haven't listened back to this until now, the whole thing. It's very interesting that months and months ago, I am in the same place as I was in the beginning. So you heard that I brought up the red car, and the red car is not really the red car. It's smoke and mirrors. She's not really in a car, I said. And this was my channeling. So a lot of times when I get my information, I have channeled it, most of my information, right? And then it said that she's on a table, and it looks like her arm is out and there's an IV in it. So what is changed now? Thank you. Thank you very much. You're all beautiful over here. What has changed now is I have a handful of children that have the same look and appearance and have IVs coming out of them, and nothing has changed other than we have more children. This information has been given to authorities. Yes, maybe they're looking at me like, what is she talking about? And I couldn't explain it as well then. Now I explain it really well to authorities. And nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Let's see what else I say. Very much so. but it's reflective, and that is why the photo that I ripped apart reflects the people, reflected the people in the room. As if, see how my glasses are reflecting? You can see so much of the room. It's the same thing. So it's funny. So back then I didn't know that I was going to now enter 10 months of everything reflecting in mirrors and at windows. I didn't know that that was going to become a massive part of my research, right? So it said then that I saw reflection of other people in the room. We see that all the time now. So we both definitely do see the mirror.
A really interesting scripture, thanks to that Seventh-day Adventist online. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Absolutely, we love
Yeah,
you.
it's pretty small.
But I feel as if Summer is being treated as if she is the answer to what they're looking for. So I feel as if they won't be able to keep that they would be able to see where she is and almost like visit it or pray over it, because I feel as if Don thinks that she is his wife, like he wants to meet her again someday and be with her, seriously be with her. Okay, that's interesting too. I stick to that as well. This was back when I had Magical Boardroom, for those who don't know. Obviously, everyone knows. And we created a lot of stir, and it had to be taken down. Because information like this was getting into hands that will never happen again. My channel will never happen again. I'm securely, I shouldn't say never because never is a long time, but I'm securely taken care of over here. Yes, they are praying over her. They are praying over her as if a place like what you're looking at in right now with the cross is burning and that little green thing. That's a place that's their place to pray over people like Summer. Okay. Obviously I couldn't explain it back then, but when I saw this, I'm like, okie dokie. I get it. So, that's why I don't believe that she would be so far away from him. I don't think that he would be able to handle her being so far away from him. You know? I still agree on that. And here's the thing. I think that that's why Utah and this Montana place, which is right there basically next to Utah, could be a very big possibility, because he was trying to stay in Utah, move in Utah. But I still feel he would not allow his daughter to be far away from him. He just wouldn't. He wouldn't. That's not how they... What is glowing? What is glowing that's a fire. And those are separate little... You've seen this before. When I go through the PDF, which is shortly, we'll try to get a close-up, but that's fire. And I truly believe when I look at that, I'll do a reading on it when we're almost done with this, and then I'll do a reading on it. It's I think she's close by, but I don't know where. The cops here at All Searchers could check out. I have sent all of this to you guys. I have sent everything to the FBI.
And if we keep the commandments, that our name and our descendants will go forever. So that tells me that I will be able to be with my kids on this new earth that we'll rebuild, a new who are, that's one heck of a promise from God right there. So no matter what happens in the sinful world, even if we're killed or whatever, in the future, not too far off, we'll be able to be with our kids and our family and all our loved ones. That's pretty awesome.
Very interesting, but I still do see white brick, and I still do see a man and a woman, the woman with black hair. I see a man, it came up that a lazy eye. There's someone with a lazy eye that's involved. Doesn't speak very well, very southern. Someone with a lazy eye that was at a motel. And it's someone to watch for with a lazy eye. I don't know. He's got the short hair, red or blonde or brown, but he has a lazy eye. That showed clearly. And
she was up there, and she heard the screams. Her and her daughter heard the screams.
So it makes sense that she was somewhere between your house and her house at that point.
Yeah, down on Ben Hill Road. Yes.
Yeah.
That's part of. This is part of their. This is what they do. This is what they're really good at, because you're dealing with people that are from prison, or you're dealing with crazy people, and they think crazy, so they're making you crazy. They're making our minds crazy, and they know, because that's what our minds do. Their minds are going to go to places like this, and they're going to confuse us, because they're very good at it.
The scream that the neighbor heard, if she knew if it was a child or...
She said it was a really weird scream, like it still haunts her. I can't imagine, but I'd say, from what I understand, like maybe her mouth was covered and she probably couldn't breathe, and she probably was able to get out a scream or something like that in terror, kind of scream. And so yeah, that's horrible. She can scream loud. I mean, that little girl can scream. Maybe her mouth was covered and she probably couldn't breathe, and she probably was able to get out a scream or something like that in terror, kind of scream. And so, yeah, that's horrible. She can scream loud. I mean, that little girl can scream. I've just been,
Leslie E.
I've been really devastated. I've just been,
Leslie E.
I've been really devastated.
If you could look at it through knowing that it's confusion, and just really kind of listen to your gut feeling, because we all have it, you'd see it. You'd see it. You'd see what's going on. Is that I've never felt so sick to my stomach, and it's hard to stay focused, and I don't know if it's because I don't want to see what happened to her, because it's going to make us sick to our stomach. You know? It feels if Don thinks that she is his wife, like he wants to meet her again someday and be with her, seriously be with her. So that's why I don't believe that she would be so far away from him. I don't think that he would be able to handle her being so far away from him. You know, it's I think she's close by, but I don't know where. Okay, so I remember as I'm listening, I could see and understand even clearer that Don heard the scream. And this is what, do you guys agree or disagree? Here, let's see how this reads. Here, here's the four of us. Do you believe Don heard the scream? There, let's see if this works. Did it go there? Oh, yay. Okay, so even when you hear Don say stuff like that, he is very he is telling the truth. Right? He's telling the truth. Oh, we're split. Okay. My feeling is he's able to imagine it. He's able to imagine it, because what part of what I do really well is clairvoyance, where I'm able to feel the person within themselves. And I feel as if when Don was speaking that day, he went into the vision itself. He went into the vision and he was able to pull it forward. And that's why he started mumbling to himself and started telling how he felt. It's almost like he didn't realize he was doing it. What do you guys feel? You don't think so, Darlene? You think he just? So what do you think he's talking about? Where do you think he's getting his information from when he goes, like, if you close your eyes and do like kind of what I do, and if you close your eyes and really listen while he's speaking, he brings us into one of his memories. Let me see if I can find it. One of his memories. Wait. Let's see.
She probably couldn't breathe.
Part of their what our minds do. Their minds are going to go. Okay, so I'm going to play it again. This time, you guys practice going within a place without judgment, without thinking he heard it or didn't hear it. Listen to how he speaks and kind of feel what Don is saying, and tell me if you still feel the same. Places like this, and they're going to confuse us because they're very good at it.
The scream that the neighbor heard, if she knew if it was a child or...
Oh. She said it was a really weird scream, like it still haunts her. I can't imagine, but I'd say, from what I understand, like maybe her mouth was covered and she probably couldn't breathe, and she probably was able to get out a scream or something like that in terror, kind of scream. And so, yeah, that's horrible. She can scream loud. I mean, that little girl can scream. Maybe her mouth was covered and she probably couldn't breathe, and she probably was able to get out a scream or something like that in terror, kind of scream. And so, yeah, that's horrible.
Okay. I see that Don has witnessed this in his memory. Is part of it. That's the only reason I think that. But I have to clarify that Don wasn't with her when she screamed. He wasn't with her during the scream. I believe he heard the scream and he knew her mouth was covered, and they let the scream out. I do too. I agree with this one. I hope he hears that every night. So do I. So do I. So this is why I'm bringing you, it's funny, I haven't even gotten to the PDF, and I wanted to go over this PDF. Here. I already called this area. I guess I need clearance from their, what's it called? Like Homeland Security over there. And they're in a place called Blackfeet. This is a picture. I believe this is her mother's profile photo. It's like a feather and a cross, and you could see the heads crossed. You could see this little girl's head right in the middle. This is a super big indication of what happened to her. Because when items like this are hidden, they're hidden and they're trying to be deep faked, there's only a reason. There's a reason behind them wanting to do that. Let me crop this. This is her face. Right in the middle. Right there. I'll put 2 down. This is the little girl's face that matches up with her very last photos. And there's a group that are working together, and under, obviously everything falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Because I'm not saying that this group is the guilty group. I could only show you what's been shown to me and put forth what I see. I'm not calling anyone guilty or not guilty. That's just not what I'm doing. But this group just happens to really have all the elements within the Summer Moon Missing Children's cases. And their dates, the dates line up very well with the other cases. They have specific dates. I don't know, if I were to look through it through the eyes of myself, which I do, this is what they do. And they're using the water and the stream. So, back to this photo. This was her other Facebook profile photo. We have seen this exact setup at, I think it's Benton Farm or Fender Farm, one of the farms. And they have this at night, and they have those kids sitting on that wooden horse. And then all the way in the far distance, I show you a cross like this. It's glowing, and that green little face is in the corner, just like you see here. Let me blow it up and make sure you could see this closely. Let's see. Okay. Let me get closer into the little green guy. it's going to look like a dot and it's going to get pixelated, but that's the thing. They don't want you going in, getting real close to it, right? But it's the same green guy that shows up at the farms. It's right there. And shows at the farms at night, where I told you that they were pulling these kids on little train tracks, like in those little go-karts, and those little carts that I have shown. So this, to me, is no coincidence. You don't have a coincidence. Yeah, it's benders. Yep. You don't have a coincidence of these green little things in anything. It's the exact one, you guys. And then it's and it's facing the burning cross, just like they're doing. And they have the same stuff in the background. As you see in the back, you've got the boxes with the hearts on it. It is there. It's there. And when I talked to the detective today, first I talked to Salt Lake, right there by the heart, Salt Lake Police Department, Salt Lake, Utah Police Department, because that's where I started. And he's like, why did you call us? And I'm like, well, if you look under any kind of big, huge cases that happen within this Blackfeet community, they say to call you. He's like, no, ma'am, that's a reservation, and that's protected by, you got to go through them. I'm like, well, that makes no sense to me. If this is going on within their reservation, why is it that they would let me in? I will only go there if someone like you escorts me. So he said, if you could get the permission from their Homeland Security guy over there to go there, I'll escort you. So that's what I did today. I called, left messages. One guy did call me back, and he's checking to see when I can do that. And he said, once you get that written authorization, he will make sure that I don't go by myself. I mean, you don't go to a place like this by yourself. The little kids walk around with guns. There's bears, and it's one of those areas. So yeah. So that's the heart there. You guys trying to blow it up, can you guys see that? That's what's all the way in the back. So most of the time here, the people that are still posting this stuff aren't paying attention to any other case, and they're not going on social media, and they don't see that we have these elements in all the cases. We have these elements, and no one's doing anything about it, right? Lori, I made a report to the National Human Trafficking, and I have a case number, and they want me to send more and stuff. Oh, excellent! Why don't you send the case number right here? It's just the four of us here. There's 5 of us. Here, and I'll also give you my why don't you send it either here, or to my email, info@wcianetwork.com. Yes, it is. Yeah, Muffin Top. It is fabulous. Yes, they're listening because they just had they just busted 8 people in that same Blackfeet community for amphetamines and lots of drugs, and correct. It takes one person to let me in, and this place really is showing to have the information because they have the waterfront and everything, as I'm going to show you. So that matches. This is one of the locations it matches up with. See, it's the same green face that if anyone goes back and looks at my videos, you will see that green face is a permanent element. Permanent. The other thing that this group shows is, to me, the exact communication element that they used in Rosemary Bly case. In the Rosemary Bly case, they leave the same message with the finger and the nails and all that in the sand by rocks. I looked at this, I'm like, this is important. So I went really quite close to it, and it has, let me see if I put it on the next one. The one to the right is Rosemary Bly's sand that was next to her picture of her. Let's see if I have the whole photo for those who don't know what the photo looks like. Sand, and the sand here, the sand is it's one of, it's not just an element, it's one of the places that is one of the, like, used as their last element. Like it's towards the end of whatever they're doing to these children. It's towards the end. And the sand, I really wish that, you know, I could answer that, but I can't. Like, I just don't get that kind of information. What I see is, or I shouldn't say see, I feel, and I'm told that these sand locations are, they're speaking to them. That's speaking to them. There's, you know, the way that the nails are and the dots, they do dots and they do nails. They're speaking age, they're speaking who this is. This one was Rosemary Bly's to the right. Over here to the left is someone within their group. But wait, before I show you. Oh, I didn't do that one. Okay, let me blow that one up too. This group has a lot of photos that focus on the sand, and they're going to say that that's a bear paw or whatever. The problem I have with it is it's the elements that are within these prints match up to other people's cases. And it's right there. It's the A on a stick. And those show up throughout the sand area. It's not just about the footprint. It's about that little triangular thing all the way to the bottom left. To bottom left. So inside these feet print or whatever, they are holding these metal things, right? So, and all the way through, they continuously have the elements of metal and the blood and whatever tubing going through it. So when I, compared that and looked at it closely, that's when I started to look at all the other photos. Right next to that print, now they're going to say, yes, I'm sure that's a bear claw, but I don't know. I'm sure it is, but maybe the one on Rosemary Bly is also a bear claw, a bear marking. It's the same kind of 3-4 prick marking. So for all I know, it has to do with a bear. This is that little girl. They have this photo actually of her. It's very sad. It's very sad. Her body it shows what her body is wrapped in. And we've really never seen something so close like this. It's pretty close. You know, they're going to continuously show photos like this, and this is why I have so many of them, is because no one is paying attention to the fact that she has that wrapped around the front of her. No one's really looking. Let me put it closer. Okay. So this is Arden, and whatever is on her body is the same covering as what's on the other children's bodies. Period. End of story. That's what's on her. I'm looking with you guys. I'm just looking at it, and it's kind of crazy that this is like really, really right in front of us. And no one's blinking. No one's blinking. No one's blinking. And this is the group I saw. They're like, this is a group that said, oh, probably no one's paying attention to her because she's not white. That's not true. Okay, maybe there's a statistic, but that's not true. It's not true. There's been nothing on it to keep it within the Blackfeet community, and there's been nothing on it outside of there. And that's why I want to go, and that's why I want to go and search and look. Maybe it will help. They really want answers to this. I think I could bring answers. I think I can. This comes out of their waterfront. This isn't going to make sense to you actually until you see the other photos. So that picture should have gone after this one. So next to the the print with the different feet and nails and so forth, next to that you see is that white is this. So the stick that is sticking out of that red thing in the rock, that stick extends all the way over there. That stick is part of what you're looking at. And to me, I am looking at a thin string that goes across the whole thing. I see, in my third eye, I do see it. That this is all connected. It's all connected as one system. It's one system. Let's see if I could zoom in on one of these and show you. And you know, I always hear Tim Mullen's voice going, if you can make a blade of grass, if I can make a blade of grass and birds and ducks, I'm like, yeah, that's what you do all day. So this is what I see. This is right in here. And I see this as not a shadow. See what's in there close up? Let's see. Don't see this as a shadow. I see this as those thin whatever they are. And see how they're connected to like something under the ground? There's the heart. See, I haven't done this yet. There's the heart. I like doing this live. Okay, so let me zoom in now to the heart. So this brings you to the sand, to the green grass, to the water. There. It's a little pixelated, but you can see it. So these aren't all blades of grass. It's how I see it. Someone else, you know, someone else is going to say it's not, but our small but mighty little group over here, now you know what you're looking for. You're looking for these hidden elements. And when they show up and they're consistent with everything else, with the silver with the red heart in there, and these, literally to me, they're like veins of something, and they're just moving along. Just moving along, and that's what they're doing here. That's how I see it. And there's the stick in the middle. This there. I think I may have it in a different one, but let me blow this up. Right there in the middle there, you guys, there's the twig. That will be, something will be on the tip of this twig. Because it's the twig, and all of it, to me, is it going to solve it? No. But those definitely have information, and they're in all this, every case. Each one of them have that with the maroon something in the top of it. They each have it. Everyone has their own. It's all in that picture. So truthfully, the authorities, they're not going to find anything because they're not looking for a twig next to something that may have a heart underneath it. I think I'm the only one who would find it. Or one of you guys. You would know, anyone here in this little great group would find it with me. They'd find it. You guys would find it. They're not going to find it. They're not going to pick something up. They're like that. They're using things that are not going to be found by someone who's looking for what they always look for. It's right in there. No one's going to stop except for those that are like us. I wanted to show you this because these are the sticks. Do you see this? Even though I know that this pulls stuff out, I know what this is. But what this guy has in his hand is, to me, what they have in their hand, all the children. Everyone has one. Summer Wells did too. That stick is used to go into here. Now this to me, if the day comes and one of us in this group here could get this information to someone who's really going to look down in these wells, these guys, what I see, and no one is guilty till proven guilty. Yeah, oh, I will go. I will go as soon as they call me back and tell me I have protection. You need it there, especially now that I'm doing this video. Down in these wells, they are bringing the maroon things with the number 5. This is, to me, the most important part of the presentation. These wells, what I see is you're putting, everything is connected by rope, and it goes down into this well and somehow winds up in their water. What I told the people is I think they're smuggling people things in and out. They're bringing people in and out. I see that this is part of what they're doing. These to me are very, very extreme photos that need to be taken seriously. They really need to be taken seriously, because these children are, to me, in bad situations, and they are pulling things in and out of the well. See, I don't think I needed to really put this out to anyone who really isn't here to help find these missing children. And it doesn't matter how big or small or however you have here. It's always going to be the ones in here. They're going to do something with the information. I don't see Donna. Yeah, I don't. Is Donna around? If Donna's not coming in because she didn't, I'll put her on as a member. That kid does have a drill, and they go down into these. You guys, this to me is the answer. You see, this is why I would go, because they're down in these wells and they're pulling things through the well and out the other side. And this is the same. If I were to line this up with the people standing in the tunnel in Tennessee, and they're looking out into the water, I could line this up perfectly as if they use that tunnel as a deep fake. Because what we're seeing here, I believe, is the location. See what he is bringing, and he also they always have a twig or a tree or something attached to them. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's really not. Maybe it's like part of how they pull them up and down. Okay, good. All right, Donna. She'll be able to watch it later. This reminds me, so when you see something like this, they could easily place as a deep fake over this, that their deep fake is the tunnel. This would make more sense because this is a reservation that no one goes to. I mean, they're basically an island of their own. They're an island of their own. And if you look in there, they have the same stuff that's being pulled in and out. And God knows why he has a freaking tree on him. But the tree, the tree is important, you guys. The tree is important. Oh, yay. Hello, she's here. Uh-oh, Donna, you may have to watch from the beginning. This tree here is of importance. So Donna, we're going over information that I really only want to share with my little group here. And this, what you're looking at, is in Montana. It's in the reservation called Blackfeet. And if I get them to approve a letter to get to the sheriff's department in Salt Lake, then I will be able to go there with protection. This is what has been pulled out of this girl's Facebook page. And that to me is that's the maroon cover. That's the maroon cover. So between this photo and the next few photos, it looks as if it gets pulled in and out and through the water. And they're connected to Salt Lake City, Utah. This location, probably, I would love to know where this tunnel goes, and that will be next part of my investigating, because Don spends a shitload of time at Utah, and I think that if this tunnel crosses over there somehow, they need to look at it. This is another close-up of someone coming out of there. When I look to see what they have on them, and it almost looks like someone or something is behind him. I feel as if he's sitting with something with those wheels. The blue hat and the equipment he has on him is real. It's real, meaning it's used in this process. There's no video. There's Donna. That's a good question. There is no video on this. They're strictly photos, and I took every photo that they had available. On other people's Facebook that are part of where they live. And they are definitely being pulled up, and the tree doesn't go away, and it has a lot of information in here. And then it goes to something like this. It's like this shit gets pulled out of the water. And we've seen plenty of this, you guys. But when they pull something out, you could see the elements on what they're pulling out. They're not just pulling out weeds and stuff. They're out there getting stuff like this. They're pulling the branches that stick out. Like they don't look like they're the same branch. They're like fake branches, or they put something in there and it's like in there with it, so they could find it when it comes through the water. This is what I'm intuitively saying. I'm actually speaking out loud. I never even said that before. So that must be something. Wow. Freaks me out when I do that. Still, there's part of me that I have to get used to. So what is it I just said? Let me close my eyes. I don't even know. I got to rethink this. Wait. No, I can't think. I said something about, okay, let me look at it. That these aren't real. The branches that they're looking for and the information that they want to pull out of the branches and all the debris and what they call yuck is easily separated from what they want and need that's coming through the water. So we all may be seeing the branches and all the other stuff, but they know exactly what they're weeding out and they want to take. And it's that white stuff. It's that white stuff. And they're actually using branches that are hollowed out to deliver. That's my intuitive channeling right now. Yes, muffin top. So they are traveling across the water that are tied. Yes, I just saw that. It's a whole. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Something going on under the water. Yes, there's something going on under the water, because I do have video I'm going to be able to show you of, it's one of her TikToks, and as you see all the branches moving, there's puffs of stuff coming out of the water. Like, we know that that's not supposed to be, but this is what they're trying to pull out from the water. But that is what they call, you want to know what they call this? searching for Arden. Now, the mother whose child went missing a year ago, she's pregnant again, and tonight they're revealing the sex. And I listen, I'm like, you gotta be joking. I told the authorities that they were doing that tonight, and I highly suggested to send someone there to listen. Anyways, this is what's in the tunnel that's being lifted and pulled. It is being pulled. It's definitely being pulled, you guys. It's all connected to those big ass chains. And do you see the, I feel it. I get like a nauseated feeling. There's a maroon pulley coming through here, you guys. It's a maroon pull. Let me get closer to it. You could see the rope. Let me get to the page. You could definitely see the rope. Here's the rope in this one. I'll bring a couple of them. Copy. Here. There's the rope. And this one. This is a different one. Okay. So there's the rope in that one. And they're maroon, just like we see. There's consistent maroon rope actually throughout this process. Wait. I'm also going to go backwards. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm right. Told you I was channeling. I haven't looked at that. So because I just gave some sort of a reading a minute ago on this, and I said they're separating the things. Look. There's the white stuff with the heart. See the heart in there? The silver heart. Let me get closer. This to me, like if I was an investigator, I would be like, fuck yeah, I just totally solved the case. Is what I would be like. But unfortunately, someone has to take this seriously and go look down there. If you guys know anybody that you could tell them just to turn this channel, like to have them watch it, or you could send them something. But this, I didn't know this was like this before. So that's how spirit works. Spirit spoke out loud and said that they separate the twigs from the white. How about that, you guys? Wow. Yes, it is close to the Canadian border. I think that this is happening right where I took the pictures. I think that it's at Blackfeet, Montana. I think this is exactly what we see is exactly where it is. This was information that we found in Summer Moon Wells' videos that were super faked to their location. This is not super fake to location. This is the location. There's nothing fake about this. Correct. Oh, Donna, see, you pay attention. Like, correct. That's exactly what they do. This here, yes, they're filtering things through the water using different stages and sizes of tree branches. And my members here know that they use trees and so forth. And in their gender reveal tonight, and they're going also to search for Arden. she makes a statement like, thank you for, don't forget to bring the chopped up wood. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Let me go back and see again. See, now I'm looking. Oh, look at that. Page 26. So let me zoom in to this photo. I feel very comfortable with this information. I feel very solid on this. I feel very solid. So here, look closer to this photo I'm popping in here. To the hearts that go down the middle, the big one, and then it goes to the small ones. It's big, and then you have all the small ones lined up. I'm showing these things because we know that we have seen this in summer moon wells. There's like a big one up front, and then there's like a branch, and it looks like there's the number 5 on the bottom. This is Don Wells' doing, you guys. I'm putting my signature on it. This is Summer Moon Wells's. This is Summer Moon Wells' missing children. This is what happened to her, and this is where she went. And that is why they went to Utah to lay the rock, to lay the rocks. That's his signature. That's his signature, you guys. Keeps getting weirder and weirder. Yes, it does. Yes, yes. Yeah. This is big information. So they go and they're in the water and they're grabbing all the things out of the water with a branch. They're taking big branches. See how that big branch isn't like, it's sort of, okay, so here's where I'm going with this. I'm talking out loud again. Here's where I'm going with this. I showed a PDF of 3 fake trees. And then I compared it to the PDF I did for at the Wells house. I'm like, those are fake trees. Those are 3 fake trees in front of 3 real trees. So they were building like these real trees around the fake tree. And I'm like, how does no one see this? I have it here on my laptop. How does no one notice that that's a fake freaking tree? Because everything else was dead except for the 3 trees, right? Right? Let me get the trees. I bet you've all seen it because you've all watched my videos. I'm not going to pull it up. Anyways, like, and I saw it again in Arden's parents' photos. I'm like, those are fake trees in front of the real trees. So maybe that's what they do. They just twine it all together. And they travel it as if it's a log or if it's a tree. Because what's in the water, what you're looking at, you guys, they're not pulling trees out. They want you to believe that you are in the water pulling trees out. They're not. They're fishing. Oh, wow. Oh my God, you guys, that came out. This is what's called fishing. This is their version of fishing. That's crazy. This is their version of fishing. So when Hunter says they're going fishing, this is what they're fishing for. I'm telling you. Those hearts. That's what they're fishing for. They're fishing for these bones and these hearts. That came out really strong. I'm sorry, but that was not planned. Nothing. And that's how my spirit works with me. That is how they work with me. This is what Hunter means by fishing. They're going fishing. This is what they're getting. This is what they're doing. This is what they are doing when they go fishing. They want those little hearts right there. Now, mind you, they look weird because we're blowing them up. Holy crap. Man, I'm good. What do you guys think? I bet if we asked Hunter if this is fishing, he'd say, yeah, this is fishing. Because they're not using fishing poles. They're using these weird poles. This is all Blackfoot Reservation in Montana. And this is what they're fishing. And I say that this is what Hunter meant when they went fishing. So if Hunter meant this is what they meant when they went fishing, then summer was already long gone. Summer was already long gone. And then they put flowers in the water, you guys. Then they put flowers in the water when they're done fishing. There's no way they're putting flowers in the water. There's no way. They're not. These aren't flowers. They just can't be. So when you get closer to them, they're not, I don't know what they are, but they're not flowers. So, why would they put, oh, I just noticed his jacket says, look at that, baby Arden. Searching for our baby Arden. So my question is, if they're searching for their baby, why are they putting flowers in the water as if they're going to go to their baby Arden? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense that he would be putting flowers in somewhere if you don't know if that's where they are. After you go fishing, they're pulling stuff out, and that stuff is of purpose. These are the guys. Searching for our baby Arden. Mm-hmm. Very odd. Very odd. Now, the only reason I pulled this photo aside is because I'm not the one who put the blue circle around it. I didn't do that. Someone else put a blue circle around the thing that I blew up. And to me, that looks like a head on a platter thing. So that's why I blew it up. And when I blew it up, this is what it showed. It showed an element. Someone else put that circle there. I didn't. New wood like this is what it looks like. It's like new wood, and they're attached to their shoe. And some of them, they're attached to the shoe. It's very strange, but these are two separate, these are the kind of the same, these are the same elements, but the one to the right is, I consider, in the Summerwells case, and the one to the left is an Arden case. They both do the same thing. They both do the same thing. This again, right where they're digging, here, let's see. Oh yeah, I'll go back. I'll look at it. Right where they're digging here, there's these trap doors. And they're covered under the hay or whatever. They're under there. And this just looks very strange. This is what the crew looks like when they're out searching. What I'm showing you is this is about the new wood and the old wood. I'm going to just channel in here. I think this is somewhere between the dropping in and dropping off, somewhere in between the process, and this has something to do with the new wood and the old wood. See that new wood and old wood? That's what we saw Grandis and the kids. Remember I showed you one of Grandis and the kids, they were at, I think it looked like one of the farms machines, and they were slicing wood. But what I was trying to show you is they were putting new wood over the old wood. It was like they had a slice of new kind of wood, and they were covering old wood. I know I have close-ups in here. Let me see. See, all the way in the right-hand side, it looks like a child coming out of wood, and they're holding something. It's like I can't understand. It's very frustrating, but when I see the same elements over and over, even though I can't explain them, they're the same. They're the same. Let me go closer to this picture. This photo. It looks like a horse, like a wood horse or something. What is that? Do you guys see that? What do you think? Because whatever that is connected. It's not, those aren't trees and vines and stuff. Whatever that thing is, it's connected. They're holding one of those ropes. I think this really needs attention. Really needs attention. Bye, y'all. Okay, Donnie, you'll watch later. You have little ones still. Oy, oy. This area needs attention. It shows a tremendous amount of information. Oops, wait, I got rid of the wrong one. Wait a second. Because I wanted to do a zoom in. Wait. Zoom into the white stuff. And I really wanted to have downtime to go through this with you guys and have you guys, not have to worry about answering, I think I'm going to do this over again. Like, I think that when I want to get information through and give you guys, the members, a platform to just get your stuff out and ask your questions, and then I'll replay it again, not live. So then you don't have to deal with them. See, these are close-ups. They're definitely changing. Yeah, that's the same. That stick is not. This, whatever he's pulling up out of the well matches. It matches. See, if that element didn't match in these cases, then it wouldn't matter. But it does match. It does match. And to me, this is confirmation, as I'm looking at this again, this is confirmation that that they're going up using the underground. And it's a system across. It's a system they're using. And they're successful at it. Okay, so here, I know, Donna, I don't know if you're gone yet, but here I'm going to zoom in. You wanted me to zoom into the white, and I think this is a good one. Let's see. I'll get a little closer. Copy, paste. Okay, so there, oh, that is interesting. It's around the tree. You're right. I wonder if that's inside the tree and they have to they're putting, maybe that's what they do to the layer. You know that thin layer that they made? Grandis was with the kids. They make a thin layer. Maybe that's the thin layer they put over this stuff. Because this looks like, it's like he's exposing it. That is the white stuff with the hearts. This is the white stuff with the hearts. He's got it on his neck. Right? Let me see this picture. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Same with this one. Copy. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Totally stands out. So it's the white stuff that they want. It's that white stuff and maybe the dark maroon stuff. And they're traveling wrapped around the wood. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, it's camouflaged in there. Yes. This to me is the winner chicken dinner. Totally is. Totally. And this here, I'm going to crop in, it didn't show it very well. This here, oh my God, I think this here is Don's well opening because it's marked the number 5. I didn't realize, I didn't see this before. Wait a minute. Look at this, you guys. That's a number 5, and that's a well opening. That's his. That's his. That's Donald number 5. The 5 looks like a head, and that right there, you guys, is the dam opening. I'm quite sure that probably goes somewhere to where Don has access. Yeah. So this is really a huge fine, and my members here, you're my first members, and this needed to go to you guys first. Totally go to you guys first. See, I think that this is a fake branch. Wait, they're using fake branches. Like this one that I showed earlier, I think that's just like fake branch. And it floats with these things. They're real white, or maybe you, like you said, a new branch. Out with the old and in with the new. Page is this 19. Let me zoom into this real fast. Under his foot, or as he's coming out of there. Looks like he's being pulled on a pulley, yes, but I think that there might be wheels. But what I see here are the white elements with the maroon thing. Wait. I changed the color a bit, but here. Right there. Let me crop in a little bit more. That is under the step. It's under the step. Let me crop it a little bit more. Then you can focus in. Here. These are under the step there. See, that is this. I put one above it. Those are what we're looking for. That is what's an importance in this case. What's left here is what they idol. It's what they perceive to be powerful and spiritual. You know? Right, it's nice to concentrate. Let them watch it after we watch it. Like ones like this, I'm going to keep doing it like this because I think everyone that I have here really wants to find the truth. And I hate when you guys get bombarded with taking care of people who really don't give a crap. Look at the shadow that's coming out. That's interesting too. Look at this shadow. It's interesting because, again, I'm going to tell you that it looks like what the man was doing, holding the lady on top of the boat, covered in white and bloody things, and she was leaning just like this over the boat. On the boat, but leaning over it. Let me turn it. But she was facing the water this way. Wait. And there was a man behind her this way. right? It's so much better. You guys get to watch. Less stressful. We're just going through the pictures. See, again, this guy, and you can't tell me he's not. He is connected to the tree. Why is he connected to a tree? There can't be, it's got to be a fake tree. There's got to be something in there that's like part of what they're doing. Those tree branches are everywhere. Yeah, a guy was behind her, and he was there on the water, and she looked like, it looked like there was a Titanic. I think there's something in there. It's just bugging me. One day we'll know. One day we will know. Let's see. Oh, look at, see, when we go back, look what's in this picture. You guys tell me what you see. I know what I see. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to lighten this, and I want to hear what you guys see before I tell you. Oh my God. If these people, I don't understand. Like, to me, this is like bingo. I can't explain it. Look at. You guys, do you see that white thing? What do you see? What does this remind you of? This. This guy is holding. He's holding that white mask thing that the Reverend or Dotson was holding in the church. We've seen it in the church. We've seen it against Summer's head. That little white thing he's holding, you could see the one eye in the mouth. He's holding it. Oh yeah, let me get a little, so that's the face right there. The white thing right there. That's the face of importance. That to them is it's the most spiritual part, whatever that is to them. We've never seen this close. And this isn't deep fake. This is in their well. This is in a well. In a water well. It's in a water well. Oh yeah, and there's a face on his back. His back has a bunch of stuff, but the most important thing is that close-up face. Is this close-up face that you're looking at? Let me get this sharp. Let's see. Bright. Nope, it's a little too bright. Here, we'll go to his back. These are really, this part is super light, but I see the face, yeah. The most important thing in here that I would write down as a 100% match would be this face. And this goes against the person that they're sacrificing. You see. Oh, let me turn it around. Wait. Edit, copy. So what you're missing, this would make a full face. Let me crop it a little more. Edit, copy. Okay, this. It's the face that's the most important. It's this face right there. And it is throughout all the Summer Wells missing children's cases. Nuts. All right, I'm just almost done just whizzing through the other pages to make sure that I covered everything I wanted to cover. Do you guys have any questions? Wait, I'm going through this one more time. This little girl's face needs justice. She needs justice. Absolutely crazy. Okay. Wait. I'm going through the pages real fast. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything at all? Thank you. That was so nice. Live tomorrow, yeah, for sure. Tomorrow. I liked it this way. This will now be posted and it won't be alive and you don't have to deal with it. I wish I knew how evil can come to God's creations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it. And I'll keep you guys posted and let you know who gets a hold of me by tomorrow. But I feel that out of all the places that I said I need to go, this is where I'd want to go. So I shall see. All right. To my members, thank you so much. This was so amazing. So amazing. I really liked it this way. I liked it because it's nice for you guys to get the silence, because many times, I can't open it up. You're welcome. This is a big one. Look into this this girl and see what pictures that you guys could find on this girl. I think she is it's going to really help find the missing children. Really, really. Thank you, Muffin Top. All right, you guys, thank you all. And I will talk to you tomorrow, and I will post this for everyone else to watch, not live. It was wonderful. Thank you, guys. God bless you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. May justice come real soon. Good night.